YouTube? What's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. It is your day. Relax, cook, whatever you want to do to spend your Father's Day. Just take the day off, relax. It's your day, guys, and I appreciate everything you do for us, and your kids and stuff like that. And this day is gonna be for me soon. Not now, but in the near future. Not near. Let's just say far future from now on, because I don't plan on having any kids anytime soon. But with that out the way, just happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. You guys are amazing. You're the reason why we love sports. You're the reason why you introduced us to sports. More than likely, the father introduced us to sports. So with that being said, I appreciate all you guys for doing what you do on a daily basis, working hard to make sure that we have somewhere to call home, or used to have somewhere to call home if you're grown now and you don't live with your father still. You know what I mean? Just happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. You're doing amazing things, and keep it up. Now, moving on to today's video. I was supposed to make this video probably, I want to say 2 weeks ago, but I just been holding off. I don't know why. I just been, doing other videos and stuff like that. But I was supposed to make this video probably like 2 weeks ago. So with that being said, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you can notify when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington Redskins. And let's get straight into today's video. So today's video is going to be about how long is it actually going to take before the Washington Redskins can make a playoff push and or Super Bowl push. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. How long is it actually going to take before the Washington Redskins become competitive again? So without that being said, let's get straight into today's video. So we already know that we got Ron Rivera this offseason. We know everything that led up to this point, but it's so many speculations. Is he going to come in straight off the back winning? Is he going to come in losing? Is it going to take more than 1 year before Ron Rivera and the Redskins are competitive again? Is it even going to work out at all? We know how successful Ron Rivera was in the past, but is it even going to work out at all, considering the fact how poor this team is in some areas? So with that being said, let me give you my take on this topic right here. Like I said, when Ron Rivera first came in, and up to now, even still, a lot of people are making speculations. The Washington Redskins could possibly have a 1 year turnaround. The Washington Redskins, even with Ron Rivera and the new coaching staff and the regime, they're still going to be the Washington Redskins from the past, 3-13 team. So we don't know, obviously, but it's just so many speculations, and from all other insiders that's not Redskins fans. So I'm here to tell you what I believe for the Washington Redskins and what I think was going to happen with us moving forward. How long is it going to take for the Washington Redskins to become competitive again? Now, that's a tricky question, because as you've seen with teams like the 49ers and stuff like that in recent history, they've had a quick turnaround by drafting a defensive end in Nick Bosa. Before that, they were 2-14, 7-9 around those areas, and then they got Nick Bosa in the draft and turned their whole turned their whole team around and led them to the Super Bowl. So it's tricky in a way, because you don't know how long it could possibly take. Like, the Washington Redskins could go out here this year, although it's highly unlikely. They could go out here, and this was for any team actually. A team could go out there this year, beat 3-13, 4-12 the previous year, and then go out there this year and then to kill it. 13-3, 16-0, whatever. And not 16-0 because that's rare, but you get what I'm saying. You never know. So with that, you don't have a timetable for how long it's going to take for the Washington Redskins, or just in this case you have the Redskins, how long are they going to take to be good? Because you just never know. You can't put a time stamp on it. It could take up to 10 years before the Redskins are good again. Another decade. So that's 40, 30 years till the Washington Redskins are good again. Let me knock on some wood, because I hope that's not true. I hope this year is the year we turn it around and compete for the playoffs. Or on the other hand, it could be this year where the Washington Redskins are competitive again, 10-6, 8-8, 9-7, 11-5, around that area. We know how poor this NFC East is, so it's not hard for the Washington Redskins to become competitive again. It's not like you're in the AFC North, AFC West, where you have teams like the Chiefs that just came off a Super Bowl win, the Broncos who are looking to be the second team in that division to compete for the AFC West title, because the Broncos are loaded, man. Drew Lock looks nice, and he has some weapons now. Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, of course, and then KJ Hamler in the draft. So that offense, and Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon, so that offense is looking nice. It's not like we're in the AFC West where we have teams that could possibly become competitive once again, because we know how good the Chargers were in the past. We got to see who they're going to put at quarterback, Tyrod Taylor or Justin Herbert. But then you have the Raiders, who we don't know what they're going to do. The Raiders could possibly shock us with John Gruden still out there, in Las Vegas Raiders, I should say. So it's teams, it's divisions like that that's really competitive, and you don't think your team has a chance if we were the Redskins to say. It's not like we're in the AFC North where we have the Browns, who have a star-studded offense, who underachieved last year when we expected them to be a playoff team this past year. Then you have the Ravens that's coming off a 14-2 season, should have been in the Super Bowl. Then you have the Steelers, who always have a top defense every year. If Big Ben can stay healthy, they're always in a playoff conversation. So it's not going to say it's easy for the Redskins to become relevant again, but we are in a better situation than some divisions like the AFC North and AFC West. So the Redskins, NFC East, we know year in and year out, it hasn't even been a back-to-back division champ since I want to say 2004. So it's always a chance for the Washington Redskins to become relevant again and competitive. Now under Ron Rivera, I think it's going to be a much quicker turnaround than some people may think. Some people may think it's going to take up to 3-4 years until the Redskins are relevant again. I don't think so. And you could possibly say I'm being biased because I'm a Skins fan, but I don't think it's going to take that long. Only because we know how Ron Rivera knows how to instill a culture. We know how he gets the best out of players. We know Ron Rivera from his resume. So if it was any other coach, possibly, but since we know we have a good resume head coach that's not only went to Super Bowl, but a two-time head coach head coach of the year award winner, so we know we have a winning culture and a winning coach. Now he did say, this is exactly what he said. He says it takes 3 to 4 years to build a good culture. He didn't say it takes 3 to 4 years to win games though. He said it takes 3 to 4 years to build a culture, to have that winning culture. So even though it's going to take possibly that long to have a winning culture, who's to say that you still can't win games? So I think it's going to be a much quicker turnaround than some fans may think, or just the NFL in general. I'm telling you this now. I'm already saying Dwayne Haskins is going to win MVP. Now that's my Skins fans saying that. But if you want me to be realistic, like I said, I have him throwing somewhere between 25-30 touchdowns. But I'm telling you guys this now. Don't be surprised if Dwayne Haskins wins MVP. That's my vote. That's my vote. I really strongly believe that Dwayne Haskins could win MVP. And you can say I'm smoking crack. You can say whatever you want to say. Say I'm crazy, whatever you want to say. But that's just my opinion. I believe that Dwayne Haskins has what it takes in this new offense that we're running. He can take over the league and take the league by storm. And this offense that we're running, if you guys haven't checked out Street Score's video, but he did a whole breakdown on the Air Coryell offense. This offense is made to put up numbers on the board. 50 points a game. Not even saying the Redskins are going to do that, but that's the type of offense we're running. 40 points, 30 points. The Chiefs numbers. Chiefs type numbers. You know what I mean? Not saying we have the talent as the Chiefs, but you get what I'm saying as far as points per game. So, if with that being said, this offense that we're running is made to be put up points. And what did Dwayne Haskins do at Ohio State? He put up 50 points a game. Not really, but it felt like that. 50, I would say probably 30 at the least. The only game I can remember him not them having more than 30 points was the Penn State game where they still won, and Dwayne Haskins still went threw for 3 touchdowns that game. That's the only game I can remember them that year not putting up at least 30 points. So this offense is made to put up points. And what better way in modern era football to win football games is not, I'm not going to say it's not defense, but in modern day football, it's points. You need to put up points to win football games. And what did the Redskins fail to do these past couple years? Put up points. So I think with this new regime and this new team, it's going to be a much quicker turnaround. I think that Ron Rivera knows what it takes for the Redskins to be good again, and I think that's the reason why he chose this job, because he's seeing something special in this team, and he knows that it's not a long fix. Now, it's not a fix that's going to happen overnight. That's one thing that you do got to realize. It's going to take some time, but I don't think it's going to be as long as some people may think. I think it's going to be probably, if not this year, 2021 for sure, we're competing for a playoff spot in a Super Bowl. But I'm just telling guys now, don't be surprised if we're in the talks for, I want to say, a playoff spot. Because not only is it helping the Washington Redskins by us winning games, but the new playoff format is helping us too. You know, one extra team from each side, the NFC and the AFC, that's just going to help us even more, possibly to win, get in the playoffs. So, 8-8, 7-9 could maybe get us in the playoffs, especially how the NFC is sometimes. We know that the NFC is competitive, but for the NFC East's sake, we know that teams like the Redskins, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles could all win the NFC East by 7-9. I mean, case in point, last year, I think that the Eagles won it 9-7, 8-8. And we still had a chance. The fact that we were still in a chance to win this division when we had Green Bay. We were 3-9 versus Green Bay. If we would have win out and the Eagles lose out, we had a chance to make it to win the division. So that should tell you something how weak this NFC East is. And I'm just telling you how long it's going to take for the Washington Redskins to be relevant again and possibly make the playoffs and or Super Bowl. It's not going to be as long as some people think. So Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, we know how star-studded this defense is, and we know how defensive-minded this team is. I mean, in the past history of coaches that we had, we always went offensive-minded. We always went offensive-minded. Jay Gruden, Mike Shanahan. Well, I guess Mike Shanahan was a defensive coordinator, but his son, offensive coordinator, obviously. But Jay Gruden, the Jim Zorns, we always tried to go offensive-minded. So why not go defensive-minded for once? And I think the last time we went defensive-minded, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think Marty Schottenheimer was defensive-minded, and he came in, and we were 0-5, and then we finished that season 8-8. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was defensive-minded. And with that being said, the last time we were defensive-minded head coach, if he was defensive-minded, we were relevant. We were somewhat good. So, go away from the offensive-minded. We're trying a defensive-minded head coach, what I think is going to be the perfect fit for us here in Washington. Obviously, it doesn't seem like that's the kind of coach that they need in Detroit, because Matt Patricia is having that team run into the ground. But that's no point. That's no diss to the Lions. I don't even know why I brought that in here. But defense, as far as defensive-minded head coach goes, I think the Washington Redskins need one, and I think it's going to be a quicker turnaround than some people may think. So with that being said, it's been Boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case, our Washington Redskins. Once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Enjoy your day. And how long do you think it's going to take before the Washington Redskins contend for a playoff spot and or Super Bowl? I'm saying we're competing this year. Don't be surprised if we actually are competing for a playoff spot this year. And call me crazy now, but like I've been saying all offseason, call me crazy now, but see about me in 9 months when Dwayne Haskins is announced MVP. See y'all later. Peace.